No te escucho.
Okay.
Ahí está.
All right. Dale. All right. Let's see. Okay. Welcome to Avant Now's visual artist streaming series. We are talking to Juan Carlos Malpali. He is a painter, an artist. He has been a theatrical director and actor. He writes and performs a lot of his own pieces. He also is currently working in Argentina at the Moreno
City Hall.
City Hall. As your what?
As a cultural advisor.
Oh, cultural advisor. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Juan Carlos used to live here in Los Angeles, and we met through friends and had worked on a couple of different projects together. Now, today we're going to talk about a little bit about your background and biography. Like, you started in Argentina, but then you moved to Italy, correct?
Yeah. Bueno, hello, Bill. How are you? How everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I have to concentrate, recuperate my English because I have been a long time without speaking English. Yeah, and no, I started theater in Italy in 1985. I moved from Argentina to Italy to meet my grandparents, and I ran away. I was, oh, I don't want to live in this little town like Laura, Italian England, and I ran away. Yeah, I don't want it. And I didn't like my family, so what? I couldn't speak Italian, and I wanted to do anthropology. And I met a girl in Ushuaia, no, here in Argentina, and she was Italian, and she said, "Oh, come to visit me." So I went without money to Milan, and she introduced me to people, to theater school, and I met the most wonderful theater teachers, in Italy. And a place that was called Comuna Baires, and they were wow tough. And so I found oh that is what I want to do in life, art, theater. And so that's my career began. And I was in Italy for 10 years doing theater and movies. And one moment I moved to LA because my best friend is Massimo Mazzucco. He was a very well-known Italian movie director.
Hmm.
They are like my second family. And so they moved to LA, and I was doing a good career, after 10 years. He said, "Come with us." And I say, "Yeah, well, to LA, to do what? I don't speak English." Oh, I went with them, and for 3 months, and I stay 17 years in LA.
Oh wow.
So it was a new beginning, without speaking English, without papers, and so it was good.
That's great. So when you were in Italy, you were studying architecture, but you ended up with a degree in theater and um,
And
cinema,
then set design.
set design. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you worked in while you were there is set design on films.
Yeah, in Italy, yes. The fact is, like, when I discovered I was 22, when I really discovered in the Comuna Baires that we were able as a human being to do everything. So for a while, I worked as an actor, and after you know how to do costume design? Yes, I didn't know, but I learned and set design. So I was, putting everything together to discover really, really what is my call, and my call is directing. And but also I do all the set designs and my plays and the costumes because I love it. I'm crazy about it. And also I paint.
Yeah, I
Uh,
see the painting in the back. That's great. What is this painting in the back? Yeah.
yeah, that is is sold. That one they have to come and pick it up. And so this is what I was doing for the last 40 years, And I
Yeah.
have great moments, bad moments, very very bad moments, and so it's like that, up and down. But I really like, everyone say art is my life, my life. And the other one, that everything around is secondary. I cannot live without art every day.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about so you started in theater, you wrote a play while you were in Italy that you toured for 3 years, I think it was. What was that about?
Yeah,
What's the name of that?
my first play was called Noemi, and because what happened when I learned in the Comuna Baires, they taught the Metodo Strasberg, the method, and I felt so comfortable with that. I have great teachers, you know, tough people. But so when I discovered with my own stuff, I can build characters and whatever. So I was renting in Milan a little room, and my neighbor was this old lady. She was smoking, waiting for her dog, and I spent days, and I couldn't understand because she was talking dialect, and she went pa 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 pa. Little by little, I began to understand her, and I taped her with the old cassette. I taped her. I said, "Oh, what is it's a great character." And after many years, yeah, after 4 years, He said, I'm gonna write a play about her, a one-woman show. I wrote it, my first play, and people, the Italian people, said, "Oh man, you're Argentinian. You wrote a play in a dialect that is too much about our history. You know, it's how do you do it?" And then and they say, "Okay, we're gonna produce the play and we're gonna give it to this very famous actress." No, I want to play her. Nah, but you are tall, handsome. I said, no, I want to play her. Fuck it. I don't. Can I say fuck it? Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
fuck that. And then,
Yeah.
and then, so I work at a gas station. I work as a gardener. I work in a theater doing set, so they could give me 2 3 days to do my first play. And I work in the character for a year. I lost like
Hmm.
12 kilos. I don't know in pounds.
Yeah.
And I I did it. I was rehearsing at night, and I did it, and it was a huge hit. You know, it was a huge hit. I did it for 3 years, and after people started, oh, Malpeli, Baba, and I did other plays like El Flauto Mágico, Patagonia, Tosca. Tosca, that is one of the plays that I love the most because I did it in Italy, in LA, in Spain, here in Argentina.
Yeah.
I like to play.
Great. I'm trying to think of what else we've got. You've got then after that you moved to the U.S. and was in Los Angeles. You started to
Yeah.
work here as. What was your first experience coming to Los Angeles? No
My
English.
first experience in LA was the day after I arrived. I couldn't say not even Los Angeles. I couldn't say California. No one word in English. And
Yeah.
so a friend of my friends said, "Oh, they're looking for extra." I was in a movie, as an extra, and blah 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 blah. And because I needed the papers, and I was as a tourist, so I enrolled in this very very beautiful, all abandoned, decadent school with theater of arts,
Uh-huh.
and it was beautiful. Was the first acting school in LA from silent movies, and this the crazy Poland lady, like 100 years old, she was the director. It was fantastic, decadent. So I started studying there in English. I did a good job, I think. And this was this abandoned theater inside of the school,
Mhm.
and it was closed. And with this Spanish friend of a friend of mine, Teresa, that she's a writer, he said, "Tere, we need to open the theater, to do something." Juan, but we don't speak English. We learn.
Yeah.
We learn. So we put a group together. I really wanted to direct, and my first play in English was No Exit of Jean-Paul Sartre.
Yeah, I think I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, it's so good.
I did. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah. And how did that turn out for you?
Yeah, yeah, that was a big door because I did it in a Malpeli way. I took a classic,
Yeah.
I love Americans, but sometimes, it took No Exit, and I did it as a circus and this, blah, 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 because we don't know what it's,
Yeah. It's purgatory. What?
well, no, it was good. It was good. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
And
And after that, you had this theater lasted for a little while, and then you were introduced to some new people.
yeah, the fact that I never like to play, you know me, I never like to compromise. I'm happy. I'm 60 years old, and I did whatever I want to do. I didn't compromise with anyone, and it was hard, and sometimes, but I have wonderful time. And after I got introduced to Julia Miguenes because she come to see No Exit and she loved it, and she
Yeah.
hired me to design her clothes for the new show Diva on the Verge. And
Julia
she
is
said,
a
"Oh,
mezzo soprano opera
yeah,
singer.
mezzo soprano. She I think she's after Gala. She's the best because she won a Grammy for Carmen with Placido Domingo, the movie Carmen in the 80s. And so I worked with her in many projects, but the first one, the first that they opened my doors in LA was Julia. She trusts me completely, and I design all her clothes, and 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 we went with that play, Diva on the Verge. We went to Europe, and we stay around a year in Europe, London, Paris, and Europe.
Nice. And you, I think you guys won the Avignon Festival with another show you helped her out with.
Yeah, we went to the avenue because with Julia we have a very well what's a unique connection, human connection, very human connection. She know how to play the role,
Yeah.
but and she let me play. She understood. I think she was the first one to really understood inside my talent, inside of this craziness. What is I'm very methodic to work, I'm a Capricorn and very and and after she called me one day at 2 in the morning. Hi, Juan Carlos, I can't sleep. He said, I'm just coming back from Paris, and they asked me to do a show about tango. He said, what is the show about tango? He said, could you do the coaching in Spanish, a concert? She says, but I don't want to be, against the piano singing tango. So, well, let's write a play. And I wrote for her in one night. And the play La Argentina, there is a story about this very, very famous opera singer that she had to get into the tango universe, and she doesn't have an idea. So I wrote a little pieces, and we went to Avignon, and it was a huge exit. How do you say success? And after we went
gran éxito, yeah, big success. Yeah.
gran éxito. And we went to Paris, and we did it in Paris, and she did it all over Europe, and so I was doing good. And in the meanwhile, I won a scholarship at Strasbourg. God bless them. And after they hired me,
the Strasbourg Institute here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the
Strasbourg Hollywood, Institute. West Hollywood, yeah.
West Hollywood. God bless Anna Stacher, Anna Stacher, yeah. Anna Strasbourg, my mentor. She gave me the most wonderful opportunity that an artist can have, that to be the art director at the Strasbourg Institute for 9 years. She and David Strasberg, her son, and I have a great time for 9 years. After, one day they say, thank you very much.
Yeah, and while you were there, you put on another an opera there with Julia at one point.
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah, we did La Wow Men. It was what was great at Strasbourg that Anna, she followed whatever what league Strasbourg create, and to let people play, to protect artists, and plus they pay me a good salary. So I was always, directing play, doing the costumes for that, and I was surrounded by great American teachers. They just passed away last week. The biggest one was Hedy Sontag, Mark Marno, Anthony Candarella. Great people that they took me, shake me, and said, come on. And Anna was my mentor, still is, and she will be. And with David, David was the artistic director, still is. And one day I talked to Julia and to David, and I said, David, what about if we do an opera? And when I was going with ideas with David, oh, okay, let's talk tomorrow. No.
Yeah.
And we did like this workshop for 2 days, I think. The La Wow Men, the opera wrote by Cocteau. And it was great. And we did it for 2 months, I think. And we won the best opera production of the year.
Oh, that's great. So you won Opera of the Year. That's
You understand me, no? Because I don't.
Oh, yeah, I understand you fine. Yo te entiendo muy bien. That's the thing. I speak Spanish. No, I think you're doing great. Yeah. Your English is great. I mean, we'll subtitle it in English. So if somebody's not catching exactly what you're saying.
I'm getting into the English because my brain, I'm getting into the English, and it was so hard to learn English that I don't want to lose it. It was so hard. My God.
Yeah, no, I know. My mother.
So with Julia and La Wow Men, is this, you know what? It's not a fact like oh, I was doing a show about, no, it was what the opportunity I have,
Yeah.
what a great opportunity I had working with those people. This I follow my career like that. If I make money, good. If I don't, but you say, wow. In Spanish, we say, ¿Quién te quita lo bailado? I don't know how to translate.
Yeah.
Um, that
Yeah.
is the experience. I like the strong experience, to be different of everyone else. And if I don't have money, I'm paid the same.
Yeah, no, I mean you're a one man show. I've seen you put on Wojciech and the Bald
That was good.
Soprano, and
Oh, the Ball Soprano was good.
yeah, let's look at some of your paintings real quick, and you
Yeah.
can tell us a little bit about them. Give me just a moment here. Let's look at some of the first paintings that you had, just really quick to give you a brief introduction. So you started painting a while ago. So what is this a particular style that you work in, or let's put up
No,
this one really quick. I know these are older paintings, but
and that is Evita, one of the Vitas.
and
Oh, love that.
yeah, so no particular style.
No,
It's very your own though.
it's Malpeli, and I say that with ego. Some people say, "Oh, what a ego that you have." Of course, I have ego. If I don't have ego, I'll die.
Yeah, and here's
The,
one of your
the, the
painting.
ego, the ego is like a good wine. You have, slowly. But
Yeah,
I like to say, I like to. Yes, I know what I can do.
yeah. Let's
But
talk
no,
about.
this kind of. Yeah.
Oh, I said let's talk about this playbill. This is a play that you put
Ah,
on in Milan. Is that correct?
this
I can't
was
read this. Yeah.
my own show that I did in Milan.
Mhm. Of your
The
work.
name, yeah, of my painting. The name is I Remember,
Hmm.
and it was good. That was in July 2012.
2012. Okay. Yeah, and here's some more of the pieces that
That
were
is
on display there.
Carmen. You know the name of that painting of Carmen? Por puta y por falsa.
Uh for being whore and for being a fake
And
whore. All right, I
yeah,
got you. And false and fake.
because I painted after my experience in Sevilla. There was a disaster, so I had to do. And okay, Aniela Kovelgeski, are your painting for sale? Of course, they're everything for sale here. And Raffaele Bruno, Zen.0, is a great actor. You remember Rafa?
Yeah, I remember Rafa. He made the
Great
mask.
artist. We worked together,
Beautiful
and
work.
yeah. And Sandra Maidana, she's the lead of my. Sandra's an actress from here,
Uh-huh.
incredible talented. To see the my words and be interpreted like that is Sandra is an incredible actress here. We have been working together from 3 years now. She's in Opera Luna.
Yeah.
And she was in Se lo voy a contar a Dios, and in the new play that I'm preparing now,
Hmm.
that name is Elvirita. She's going to be the lead.
Oh, great. This is some of your more current stuff. Here's one of the sets you built for
Yeah, that is this set that you see. This is my first play. This is okay. When I come back to Argentina, I really wanted to get in touch with my real me.
yeah.
The guy for a countryside, practically. And so I start writing stories about my family. And in this play, the name is Se lo voy a contar a Dios, that we say there was,
I'm going to
I
tell it to
will
God.
talk to God. I will
Yeah.
talk to God.
Yeah.
It's about a tragedy that happened in my family that we keep as a secret. And I turn it as a play. People get upset. Some of my family.
Yeah,
Of course,
I've done that before.
oh, of course. It's the best. So Sandra was the lead in
Yeah.
that play. And
Oh,
it
that's great.
was my first play here.
Uh-huh.
This is beautiful. I feel like a normal Desmond now, talking about my past. This
Yeah.
is a piece of shipwreck that only me know where is it and where it's located.
Yeah.
And
Shipwreck.
it's a shipwreck that happened in Ushuaia, in Tierra del Fuego, in 1930, and this is the only remain of a boat,
Oh, that's great. So this is a
Yeah,
piece of
and
that
this
boat.
is happened, and this is my another play, Náufragos. Okay, there is another painting from here. I did this here in Argentina.
Yeah, and the lettering on the bottom, are those like scorecards or is those
The
bingo cards?
loteria, how is lottery?
Oh, lottery. Okay, so they're like
Yeah,
lottery cards.
lottery,
La
lottery,
loteria. Okay, the lottery.
loteria,
Okay, so
lottery.
lottery tickets.
And this is one.
Oop, yeah.
Uh,
Sorry,
uh,
that's my
okay,
bad.
this
Hang
is.
on. Right.
I did
Oh,
this. Okay, that is. I don't know what is this. No, this is an homage of my friend dog, Churi. Yeah,
okay. This is like it's his dog. Is his?
but I don't have any explanation for my paintings.
Yeah.
This one too, this I done this during the pandemic that I closed myself and I was painting, 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 painting. They are coming like this.
Yeah, that's great. This one as well.
This is another. This I found wherever I found nearby my house on the trash.
Yeah.
During the pandemic that I was walking along here like a zombie, I did this painting.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Some more details.
And these two. This is another trashy, like a Russian bird. Remember that we were talking the other day?
Yeah,
Okay,
like Rauschenberg.
this is a little inspiration of Russian bird.
Oh, that's very cool. Rauschenberg.
And this is from the museum here.
Yeah. And you have a portrait in the museum there, the local museum or nearby?
No, there is a in the city hall. There is a portrait that I did for the mayor of the city, that is Mariel Fernandez, great woman, and is the first woman as a, how do you say, mayor? Mayor, no? Yeah.
Yeah, mayor, alcalde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the first woman in my town, and she's doing miracles. I working, not because I'm working with her or for her. It's like a really, you see the difference. You see the difference here. And so they hired me to do a painting of Evita, and it's in the city hall.
Yeah.
This is a port. Okay, so sometimes I do, if they ask me, to do a special painting like this. Great friend of mine, Martin and Sanil, Martin Cornelis and Sanil, and they asked me to do a painting about their life, and they tell me stories, and I put everything together, and this is a good one. This is in New York.
Oh, okay, that one's currently in New York. Okay, it's a commission piece.
Yeah, commission piece. Thank you.
Okay, and here we've got some more detail on that one as well. There's your mom. And then Fueguino is one of the plays that you most recently put on, correct?
Yeah, this was just before the pandemic, and because I did Náufragos in Ushuaia. Ushuaia is the capital of the Tierra del Fuego in the south of Argentina. And Náufragos, it was very well known the play. This guy, Mariano Torre, is a very, very famous actor here. And he was born in Tierra del Fuego. And I had the pleasure to work with him. For me, he's the best actor in Argentina as a quality. And just in 2019, we worked 1 year. I wrote the play. The name is Fueguino. He played 13 characters. 13 characters. And we're talking about the story of Tierra del Fuego, but not like a once upon a time was a little boy. No, it's like a pieces of story, because people, they don't know how how rich we are in Argentina about history. We have so many stories. We have En Tierra del Fuego, and so we did it for in
And
Ushuaia.
Tierra del Fuego and Ushuaia are in Patagonia, which is part of Argentina for
Yes,
people who don't
it's
know.
the end of Patagonia, no?
Yeah, at the very end, I've been there.
Y después basta, la Antártida.
You just keep going, and it's just the same
But this is
until
what
the
I was telling
lighthouse.
you
Yeah.
about Sandra and all the people that I work in. And
Mhm.
to see Mariano doing my play, when I wrote and read, it's such a pleasure to see your play well done.
Yeah.
Well done by the actor. That you forget that you forgot that he's an actor. It's 13 different people, and after we did it, I ran away. The pandemic came, and we did it on streaming. So the people are interested to see it. Yeah, they can see it YouTube. Mariano
Also,
Torres, Fueguino.
yeah, I will actually provide a link, so people can. There'll be
Good.
a link below.
Yeah, Mariano is a great guy. He's an incredible actor. It's like a wow. You know what? Sometimes I was getting scared how he, with the body, changed. From 1 second to and became this other character. Without, he was very well directed, of course.
Of course.
No, but it's good. When we
Yeah.
protect each other, and sometimes it became such a oh my
Yeah.
God. When I don't like the people, I became such a, I don't want to see the word, but you know that.
Oh
Such
yeah.
a MF.
Yeah.
Hey,
And this.
this is the Vita painting that I did for the mayor here.
Okay, that's
Mariel
the one in City
Fernandez.
Hall. Yeah, it's
Mariel
beautiful.
Fernandez, a great woman.
Yeah. And that's
It's a
another.
Fueguino.
Yeah. And the link we'll provide.
Yeah.
Under the on YouTube, on our Facebook as well. We'll provide a link and a post there, and Instagram will have some notes in the reel of this live stream.
Mm-hmm. This is the one that I have here. That is me.
Okay. Well, let's move on to. You're talking about some of the more recent work you've been doing.
Yeah.
You actually did some commission pieces for me of portraits of queer historical characters. I think you did
Uh-huh.
Anne Bonny,
Yeah. Oh, it
and
was
Quentin Crisp, and Martha P. Johnson, which I have here. I would love to throw them up on the screen, but you can check those out at Tasty Rainbows on Instagram. They'll be provided there. And some of that will be for sale on merchandise for Tasty Rainbows as well this Pride season.
Yes.
So you can support us that way. Also, at some point, feel free to support us on our main page at praxiscraft.com. And thank you for watching Avant Now. Let's go over a couple more things. Let's talk about the play that you're doing right now.
Yeah. So now we just finished Opera Luna. That is, again, I'm so lucky that I create this play and I have such a wonderful group of artists doing it.
And Opera Luna is the trailer we played right before the live
Yeah,
stream,
the
and
trailer,
we're gonna play it again at the end. And you
Yeah.
were telling me yesterday that Opera Luna is kind of an abandoned. It's a show that takes place in an abandoned
It's the
theater.
story, and what's happened during the pandemic. I have such a great time because I don't like to see people. I was alone. I was so stressed from there, so I closed myself here, and it was such a wonderful time for me.
Yeah.
I know it was hard for many people, but so I have these very very deep dreams. And Opera Luna is the story about this opera house that's called Opera Luna that is abandoned. It's abandoned for many years and it's going to be demolished. So what's happened the night before? of course, the ghosts coming in. Ooh. So, but we are telling the story about these five divas. They used to work in Opera Luna. So, what's happening with the play? You're coming in, you see everything full of trash. From the trash is coming the beauty. Madame Butterfly is coming. So, we know the story about opera, about how difficult it is. I wrote it for kids, because I really want kids to learn about the love of opera. So, see what's happened with this, what's happened with this. Oh, the Passion of Carmen, La Traviata, Tosca. So, the Queen of the Night from Mozart, La Flauta, the Magic Flute.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in the meanwhile, so we have this character that is telling the stories for everyone. And one moment, something happened. Why they are there? Why the ghosts are around? So what's happened? I don't want to tell the story because we're gonna do it in LA. Really, Bill?
Yeah, we're gonna do it this year, hopefully by the end of this
So,
year.
but this is what's happened with my play now. People. How I can say that to no offend anyone. I don't care what people could say about me if they like it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy that
Yeah.
I could be a good inspiration for somebody. That's it.
Yeah.
And I like to be critical. I love
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you're
Oh,
the creative director, so you give your input and you help them out. Like you help where you can.
yeah. I like to shake people. This Opera Luna.
Yeah.
Only a few of the actors they have experience. And
Yeah.
I say simple as that. You can do it. That's it. If you don't, get the fuck out of here. And they done it, and we have fun, and we done the costumes and the set, and it's such a pleasure. But of course, people is getting jealous because they are doing well, and I don't care. I
It's
really
okay.
don't
It's
care.
okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's sounds like it's going to be a great play. We'll try to bring it here. Uh, we've seen a lot of your wonderful work. We'll probably have you back in the future here at Avant now on our visual
Of
artist
course.
streaming series.
Yeah,
Of
because
course.
I'm gonna have some news, very good news soon.
Oh, that's great. We'll be happy
Yeah.
to hear it. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us here at Avant
Thank
now.
you.
And we're going to go ahead and play that trailer one more time, and that'll be the end of our live stream. So stay tuned for the Opera Luna trailer. It's just some music with some photographs of the set and what to expect when you see the new show. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, Bill.
Thanks, Juan.
Thank you,
And
everyone. I hope you understand my English. No, okay, subtitles.